Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This morning it's our first really foggy morning. The temperatures are starting to drop. This morning it's 1 degree Celsius, whatever that is in Fahrenheit. Yeah, so it is very cold. It feels colder than 1 Celsius actually. But I'm out here with my M8.2. I'm going to see what I can get. I only have an hour, so I'm just going to take some shots. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to isolate anything in this busy woods here, but it's mostly pine trees, but we'll see what we can get. And it's just a beautiful morning to be out for a walk anyway, so if you've got a few minutes, hang around and let's go for a walk together. Well, my first tip when shooting in fog would be to use the fog to isolate subjects, whether those are man-made or they're trees in the distance, but the fog does a lot of the work for you. The fog is going to create a lot of layers for you, so if you can get some interesting objects like trees in the foreground and let the trees in the background just act as a bit of a layer, then you're going to get some nice photographs. Tip 3 would be to keep moving if it drops below freezing. On this particular morning it was very cold to start with, and it got even colder actually as a blanket of fog came in on top of the existing fog. So yeah, my advice, you don't always have to have a tripod with you on these walks, and keep moving if you're cold and it'll just make for a more pleasant walk. What I have found when shooting in fog is it acts a bit like snow. So if you have your camera in automatic exposure or automatic mode, it's probably going to underexpose your image. So my advice, put your camera in manual mode and overexpose by a stop or two. If you've got a digital camera, check the histogram and see if it's exposing it correctly. If you're shooting on film, which I often am, then you're going to have to get it right in camera. So I always tend to shoot one stop over when I'm shooting into the fog. My next tip will be to look out for subjects with a lot of texture, so the bark of a tree, for example, or some sort of structure that has nice lines on it, nice shadows, and that will really stand out against a foggy background. Of course, shooting in black and white is going to emphasize the texture even further, so it removes the distraction of color and can work really well against that foggy background. So give it a try. What I have also found when I'm shooting in fog is that the weather can change in minutes, and you can go from a full blanket of fog to nothing and think that the morning is done, but you can get another blanket of fog that rolls in over the landscape, which is what happened actually here. I thought the morning was done right now, and I got another few photographs I'm very happy with. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. That's it for my walk in the fog this morning. It's after burning off a bit earlier than I expected, so didn't get as many photographs as I'd have liked, but as you can see, it's just a beautiful morning. I'll come back. This is the start of this season, so I'll be up here a lot, I think, getting some nice photographs. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the view, and I will see you in the next one.